Hey guys. Okay, really quick, I want to address a question. Well, not really a question, something that I'm seeing. Um, I have, okay, well, it is a question because I was working with somebody and I've had this happen to me multiple times where somebody will say to me, because it'll be somebody that the connection, because there are connections that don't resemble a divine love or twin flame connection. Some of those connections are extremely toxic. And people seem to think that that's normal for a twin flame connection. And they think that all twin flame connections are really toxic. I mean, to where the people, somebody's able to abuse another person. You can't do that in a twin flame connection. In twin flame connections, you can never abuse each other. Okay, it just doesn't happen. So you'll have somebody in these toxic, which is really like a false twin experience. But the experience is real, right? They're feeling this intense attraction, this intense connection, this magnetism, this obsession. They're experiencing all the things like it's a twin flame connection, but it's not. Why is that? That's what somebody asked me. Like, if it's not my twin, how could I feel what I feel? Because the experience is real. Nobody can tell you that your experience is not real and that you're not experiencing what you're experiencing. You know what you experience. Okay, this is why you can be experiencing that. Okay, if you are at a place in your life where you're not paying attention to yourself and you are unhappy, okay, you're really and profoundly unhappy internally. You may not be aware of how unhappy you really are, okay, because you could be going on with your life. You could have different ways that you medicate yourself, okay, or that you avoid the unhappiness that you truly feel inside, okay. um you got people, they shop, they gamble, they drink, they use drugs. Like, you have a million ways to mask your unhappiness. You can feed it, you can stuff your face and eat all day, okay. um and that's a big one, because the less love you feel, the more you eat. But okay, that's another thing. So if you're really unhappy and somebody comes along that kind of boosts you from the vibration you were at a really low vibration, and then this person comes along and they give you a little boost to where you felt the feeling of a higher vibration. There's chemicals that go off in the brain, the same kind of chemicals when people use drugs. Okay, it's addictive. So what happened is you got addicted to the boost that you felt, even though the whole rest of the connection, none of that was ever there. The whole rest of it was nothing but toxic abuse, and just a completely no growth from it, really, just a lot of pain. Okay, now that is because you got addicted. So the experience that you're having is one of addiction. Okay, that you're hooked on that little boost, that little dose. So it's kind of like a drug addict, the way they chase that first high. You know, so the experience is real. You're having a real experience. You feel what you're feeling, but you feel it for a reason other than this person being your twin. Okay, you felt it because you were unhappy. The same way, if you ever feel that void within yourself and you actually get happiness within yourself, you would lose that connection. You would lose the whole, you wouldn't feel that way about them anymore. Okay. So that is how you can have this experience, but not be having it with a twin flame. Okay. So you want to pay attention to your level of unhappiness within yourself, because that's where you begin the cycle of an addiction to a moment, a day, or a week, or however long, of experiencing a vibration higher than where you were at. So it's like this person brought happiness into your life for the moment, and you were so unhappy that you are hooked on that, and you're trying to get back to that. That's not what the twin flame connection is about. Okay, it's not about that. So you want to pay attention to that, be mindful of that, know that, and see what the truth of your connection is, because nobody can really truly tell you what your connection is. You know what you're experiencing and what's going on. But it's good to have information where you understand the other things that can go on. You got to understand, you got to open your mind and realize there are other possibilities, there's other things that can be going on, and then you want to line that up with your experience, and really see what your truth is. But I do get people that are kind of stuck um in connections that don't really have the energy or frequency of a twin flame connection, which is that heart to heart connection. And when you have a heart to heart connection, it is really hard to be abusive towards each other. It really is. You can't really do that. It won't let you. So when you're in a connection that is allowing a bunch of toxic stuff, um, where you're able to just curse each other out and call, just really, really, really bad stuff, it's not impossible. I guess I don't see how I don't see how I could do that. But it depends on if you're really at a really messed up place in terms of like unhealed stuff, like a huge amount of unhealed stuff. I don't know. That's a hard one. Like I said, you have to I couldn't do it. I don't see how um you can really do that with your true twin. More of a false twin experience. In the one that I had like that, I definitely was able to do it. I was a bitch. Okay, so yes. So just more information to think about, something else to consider, something else to line up with your experience and see what your truth is. Okay. So I hope that was beneficial for you guys. I love you guys. I'll see you later. Bye.